What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. As y'all saw in the last video, we had a little bit of an incident with the truck, with the S10 in specific. So you saw that the drive shaft twisted on itself pretty much while going out for a tuning session. That happened probably about a month and a half ago, and since then the truck's just been parked where the tow truck left it in the yard, and we haven't really done anything with it. And today will be the first day that I actually put it up on the lift. You can see I got the truck behind me, and we will examine the damage. And I also went ahead and got a new drive shaft made for it. I mean, from what we can tell, there wasn't too much damage, but like I said, we haven't actually examined everything. Hopefully we can get this thing back running today. I'm going to go ahead and put it on the lift, get it raised up, and show y'all what I find underneath it. Just one piece of damage you can notice from the outside is the exhaust is sticking out a little bit further. So here's how far it stuck out before. Now it's an extra about 1.5 inches out, and you can also notice that it hit into the bedside there, started cracking the paint, so not very happy about that, but you know, it is what it is. Come around to the front, I've had the truck plugged into a battery tender overnight, so battery should be good when we actually go to try to start it later. I know we're gonna have to put transmission fluid in it, but everything else should be fairly good on it. Got the truck up on the lift, and as you can see, I already took a look under the truck, and yeah, there's quite a bit of carnage there, but it doesn't seem like anything that's not fixable, or, you know, if it's something that's not fixable, it's nothing important that will really affect the truck. But yeah, there's a little bit of carnage under there, so I'll go ahead and show y'all that now. So looking up towards the engine side, we got the engine, right here, transmission right here. Everything's got a nice coating of transmission fluid on it, and that is to be expected. But yeah, so that's kind of what all that's looking like. Move back a little bit further. There's the cross member originally for the two-piece drive shaft. If we look a little bit further than that, you can see my Borla attack muffler got hit pretty nicely. Now, obviously it wasn't dented like that before, so yeah, that would be why the whole exhaust moved. The whole thing got pushed back. You can see up here where we did the notching, it completely flattened the metal out right here. That was sticking down before, like this side. Peeled metal back there. You can see another impact on the floorboard of the cab here, where it just hit, created a line across the whole back of it. Now, if I move to the other side, looking at the fuel tank, you can see it completely grabbed on and pulled the heat shield down there. And there are some markings on the fuel tank you can see up here, but I think most of it got absorbed by the heat shield. Oh, also, the ears here completely got bent out from it. Understandably, so obviously that will not be reused, but yeah, a lot of carnage. Look at the cross member here, completely ripped that ear up. Looked like that originally, and it completely destroyed that, so that is crazy. A lot of damage, but luckily most of it either won't matter or is fixable. You can see the hanger here for the mufflers really pushed in. I think if I push that back out, we should be good on alignment. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any leaks in the exhaust here because of this muffler, but at least for the time being, we're going to at least try it how it is. As you can see, I was struggling to get the drive shaft in. Upon further examination, found out why. The tail shaft there is not doing so well. It's a little broken. So need to pull that off and see if there's any further damage inside, or if I can just put a new tail shaft on and be good to go. So that is what I'm going to be doing now. I was able to get the tail shaft off. As you can see, it came off in 2 complete pieces. Obviously the majority of the back half, and then the mounting flange right there. So not good on that aspect. And coming to the bench over here, this broke off and was just sitting at the bottom along with this metal chunk as well. I believe that's part of the speed sensor, but I will have to verify that. And yeah, I guess that's just a part of the casing that broke off and was just laying in the bottom, so not very good on that aspect. Now, looking at the actual tail shaft itself, the splines look good. I'm not sure what this little cover is on top of them, where that's supposed to go in here. I'll talk to my dad about that, but the splines actually look good themselves. On the back part is where the speed sensor reads. That's the gear that it reads off of. There looked like 2 teeth that were kind of messed up on that, so I'll have to see if that'll be able to work. More than likely I'll be able to use that, but I will have to double check. So yeah, that's where we're sitting at right now. So you can see the broken housing I have on the ground, and now I got my new one. All in one piece, came with the boot, the seal. It's got the surface on the inside as well for the drive shaft to ride in. So everything ready to go. The only thing is the hole for the speed sensor isn't tapped, but I've read in the reviews online that you can just thread the bolts in and it'll self-tap itself, so that should be good. This is definitely a lot better than this one. Speed sensor is broken, so I do have a new one of those as well. I went with a GM Genuine one. There is the part number that I got, and let's open it up. Should be pretty much a factory replacement. And there it is, all intact and in one piece, so should be good to go there. I'm gonna take the bolt from the old one down there and put it on this and put it on the new housing. Alright, as y'all can see, I got the tail housing back on. I have the transmission mount on right here. What I did have to do for that is I had to loosen up the bracket for the transmission cross member, loosen up the exhaust, bring that down. So I took the 4 bolts out on this side because that's through bolted and the bolts are holding everything up. This side there's a tab on, this side there's a tab on top. So took all the bolts out there, loosened up this exhaust so that it wouldn't sit on the exhaust, the cross member wouldn't. Pulled that down a little bit and then loosened this side up and got it angled enough to where I could slip that transmission mount in to get that bolt in, or the stud coming off the bottom of it. And I was able to get all that in, got everything tightened back up, and now it's time to put the drive shaft in. So exciting. Hopefully it'll go in this time. And just like that, we got the drive shaft in, and it is looking good, fits perfect. I got the flange bolted up all the way on this side, and then you come over to this side, and you can see what kind of gap we got there, which is just what we want. Not too much, not too little. It has room to go in for the suspension because we are fully extended right now, so we are looking pretty good. I will double check it when I drop the suspension just to verify, but we should be fairly well off with that, how it is. Next on the list is to get the exhaust back on the rear side, going through the bedside, and we'll be ready to drop it down, possibly start it. Also need to add transmission fluid to the transmission because there is not a lot left in there. Alright, don't have the truck on the ground all the way yet. Gonna leave it on the lift pads just for the time being. What I'm going to do is undo the transmission dipstick, pour some transmission fluid in it because we know transmission fluid came out and it's gonna be low. So I'm just gonna put a generic amount in right now, and then we'll try cranking this truck up and seeing what it can do. Hopefully it'll start, and actually what I might do is just lift it to where the wheels are off the ground. Lift it where the wheels are off the ground. That way we can actually shift the truck and make sure the wheels are spinning. Everything should be working fine, but that will let us know if we have any further issues with the transmission or not. Hopefully we don't. Alright, got some transmission fluid in. Gonna try starting it and see what happens. Alright, so as y'all just saw, the truck ran. I ended up filling it up with all the transmission fluid I had, which was about a gallon so far. I was checking the level as I went, and it just took it all. So yeah, it was a little low on transmission fluid after that. I did put the truck in gear, and it was moving the wheels, which is a promising sign that the truck will move. I put it in reverse and I put it in drive. It moved both directions. Brakes were a little shoddy, but it did move, so all good signs. It's late tonight, so we're not going to get a chance to drive it, but we will pick this up tomorrow and we will go try driving it around and see what we can do. Hopefully everything goes according to plan, which would be it working. So we'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, back out for another day, working on the truck. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the front valence back on the truck. Had to take it off so that the tow truck could pick the truck up and not scrape the ground on anything with the front valence. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back on. Then I'll get the truck started, check the transmission fluid levels. I did buy a little bit more transmission fluid. I already put a gallon in. We'll see how much it takes. And from there, we should be able to put it on the ground, check the drive shaft, make sure that it's not going in too far into the transmission, which it shouldn't be. We didn't have an issue with that with the last one, so everything should be good there, but we're going to check again, and then we will be able to set it down and actually take it for the drive. So let's go ahead and get started on this. Alright, so as you guys just saw, the truck actually moves under its own power. The brakes are working well. I checked the drive shaft, and there's plenty of room for the suspension to travel up and down without it bottoming out, so we are definitely good there. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take it for a drive just around the block, not far, make sure it can go through all the gears. It's driving normally, brakes are working good, and just do a shakedown essentially and verify that everything is working as it should be. So that is going to be what I do next. I'm probably going to throw you guys in the truck and go ahead and take you along with me.